Thank you so much for taking your time out today to speak to me about the second season of the Mysterious Benedict Society. So I'm going to first off throw out the question of what was the best part about filming this second season? We'll start off with you, Gaia.
So for me, I felt really lucky to be coming back for a second season because I felt like the stories just evolved so much. The children are growing up. Their relationships with each other have really evolved. Now we kind of see the adults interacting with each other. So we get to, I guess, see different layers, behind the layers of who they are. So I mean, all of it was really appealing. We also got to shoot in California, as opposed to Canada, which is where I'm from. So for me, that felt exciting to be in the US. So yeah, it was all great.
And do you, MaameYaa?
It was lovely to film in warm weather. Last time it was cold and a lot of my scenes were filmed outside at night by a lake in the winter. So I enjoyed the weather. And it was just nice to be reunited with everyone, for all of us to go on this journey again and to see our characters evolve and to see what the writers had in store, especially with the way this whole series is about. Season 1 was about empathy. Season 2 was about happiness. So just to be a part of a show that you can take so much away from it. And it's just an honor to be part of that.
That's cool. And I'm going to ask you, what was the biggest challenge for the second season?
I guess, everyone is still apprehensive about COVID, right? Like production was pushed back a week because of Omicron. So I think whenever there would be a scare or something, we would all be wondering what's going to happen. Is production going to be put on pause? Because a lot of productions were put on pause around right before we started filming. So I think the apprehension was probably the most challenging, but lucky for us that didn't happen. And it's amazing, to a lot goes into making a show. I'm learning that as I am, building my career as an actor, and it always just is humbling, and it's just so appreciative of just seeing how it takes so many people to make a show perfect, especially this one with like our production set, our costumes, everything. It's so meticulous, so detailed, and none of it would have happened without everybody. And so just that collaboration it's really powerful to see the final product.
Yeah, and especially the second season is one of the big things I noticed as well was your characters definitely in the first is they're much more maternal, obviously with like taking on looking after some of the kids. So how did that change your characters? So I'll throw that onto both of you.
I think Miss Paramal, I think she retained a lot of what we saw in season 1 in terms of, she's a teacher. She works at an orphanage. And then, she chooses to adopt her favorite student. So I think that we kind of just see the evolution of that in terms of her relationship with Rainey. She's obviously torn when he disappears. I think there's probably an element of like, I just got him though, and now he's gone. There's probably some guilt there as well, and I think she ends up really surprising herself, but also surprises, I think, Rhonda and Milligan as they go on this journey to go and find the kids.
And I think for Rhonda, season 1, she helps to scout the kids. And then they go on their separate journeys. And this season, it's about finding them. So without spoiling too much, we'll see if they get reunited or not. But it's about trying to nurture and build on this relationships with the kids that she just met in season 1. Now they're gone, you know, so what her relationship is to each and every one of them and what that means to her.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time out today to speak to me about the second season of the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is coming to Disney Plus later this month. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.